Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to one more video. So in today's video we want to talk about one of my favorite builds to use, especially because I am a solo player, right? So this build is going to be focused on solo play. You can have a good amount of damage with that survivability to help you throughout summit, because this build is going to be focused on summit legendary difficulties. So with that said, I appreciate all of the support we've been having on the latest videos. We just hit 9,000 subscribers this month and we are already close to hit that 10,000 subscribers, so hopefully we get there soon. And yeah, for that also I'm gonna be doing another giveaway. But with that out of the way, so let's talk about the build. So this build that I'm using is one of my favorite builds, as I said, and I know in this game there is a lot of solo players, right? So this build it has everything that I'm looking for. With this build I'm not gonna be hitting like an insane amount of damage like a full DPS build, for example, like my Predator's build, but I have a good balance between a good amount of damage and a good survivability to help me go through legendary solo. That's my point on this build. So I'm going to show you guys the build and you guys can give me your opinion, because keep in mind this is a template. You guys can always give me your opinion and the way you guys would do this in a comment and help each other, right? So check this out, guys. So the build is focused on having a good amount of damage on this side with the survivability on this other side. Now the survivability part of this build comes from new stuff that came on TU11. We're talking about the new Bellstone Armory brand set and also the new exotic backpack, the Memento, which has been overused, but it is super good exotic, one of the best in the game as of right now. But let's go over the Bellstone Armory. I am using two of them because by having two Bellstone Armory you get a plus 1% armor regen and a plus 10% armor on kill. Now that's right there, it's gonna be a good amount of survivability if you are solo, but keep in mind that 1% is gonna be a lot more once we have the Memento doing the job. That's gonna give us another 3% armor regen through the build. So for these Bellstone gloves we have core attribute armor, which is almost max. Attribute we have armor regen, which is max, and critical hit damage. The same thing is gonna be for the knee pads, which is exactly what I showed you guys not too long ago. This is the knee pads that I got roll. Now moving up for the second part of the survivability on this build is gonna be on the Memento. So the Memento is basically the gear set that gives you everything as a hybrid, right? You get damage, you get armor, and you get skill attributes with this backpack. The talent killing confirmed is a talent that once you kill an enemy you pick up trophies. Now these trophies will give you a bonus to your build depending if you pick up blues, reds, or yellow, and this bonus is going to be a 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, or a 5% skill efficiency, depending how much of those you have in the build. The more you have, the more you will get from these, right? So I have mostly reds, which is 4 reds on the build for the core attribute, so I am gonna get mostly weapon damage, right? Now the second part of this backpack is where the special part and my favorite part comes on this backpack. For every trophy collected you gain a 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and a 0.1% armor regeneration for 300 seconds. You can stack up to 30 stacks for those trophies collected, right? So that means a 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and a 3% armor regeneration for 5 minutes with this backpack once you have the full stack, right? So after you get those 30 stacks and everything is activated, you're gonna see, once you go to the stats on the defensive, you're gonna get a 61,000 armor regen. Now you're seeing this right now because I just left a fight. I just completed a control point level 4 right now, so I still have it because remember it stays for 5 minutes. So before the fight or before you have any of those stacks, my base armor regeneration is 22,000 armor regeneration, which is not bad at all. And let's not forget with this 256,000 armor on kill, which is also gonna come handy for the survivability on the build. Now moving for the damage part of the build, which Memento also has that damage part, right? You get a 30% weapon damage. If you go on this side where we have the first group AB, once you equip one of these on the brand set, you get a 10% assault rifle damage. The core attribute is going to be 15% weapon damage. Attribute is going to be critical hit damage and critical hit chance. The chest piece is going to be a Walkers and Harris. As a fact, we have 2 of these on this build. It's going to be the chest piece and the holster. Now, by equipping 2 Walkers and Harris, you get a 5% weapon damage and a 5% damage to armor. So the core attribute for both is going to be weapon damage and attribute critical hit damage and critical hit chance. The mods on the chest piece is going to be a critical hit damage in here to get up to that sweet spot of 116 critical hit damage that we have on the builds. Now speaking of the talent on the chest piece, so we have obliterated. Obliterated critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, and it can stack up to 25 times, which means a 25% weapon damage. Now obliterated goes really well on this build because there's not a lot of options in here other than glass cannon, right? As I said, the holster is going to be the same as the chest piece with weapon damage, critical hit damage and critical hit chance on the attributes. We are using as a main weapon the FAMAS. So the FAMAS is one of the best AR in the game. This one that I have has on attribute damage to target out of cover, which is 10% max that I rolled in there, and then the talent is going to be Optimist. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine, and long story short, it will give you a 13% damage to your build. People already test this, right? Another option that you could use in here, which is what people use the most nowadays, is going to be with InSync. So InSync basically it will give you a 30% weapon damage and skill damage to your skills by just using the gun and also a skill that does damage, which is in this case we are using the striker drone, right? So we can put InSync in there. It will take advantage on this build. Now to finishing off, the specialization that we're using is gonna be the gunner. The biggest reason we're using the gunner is gonna be for this, right? We have this bonus tree that gives you a 10% armor on kill, which is really good for this build because we are using armor on kill and armor regen to get that survivability, right? But not only that, you do have this for a little bit more DPS, which is barrage, raise of fire increase by 5% on kills for 5 seconds. So that's not bad at all. So yeah, the build is something that I am using a lot lately because this is my favorite build at the moment, right? For a solo player, I can guarantee this build can get me through the content that I need, which is what I've been playing lately, which is the summit. So yeah guys, let me know what you guys think of this build, what you guys would change on the build. All of that in the comment section below. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit me with a like. I would appreciate it. It helps the video. If you're new, subscribe for more. And before you go, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support. It's been going great lately, and yeah, let's make this video also perform really good, right? So I hope I see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day and peace.